So how do you create panoramic photos using your Mavic, the DJI Mavic Pro, the Air or the Platinum? In this video I will share with you how I do it. So if you have a drone and you love photography like me, this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. Here I post my travel short films, but I also make videos just like this one, where I share some quick and easy photography tips that anybody can follow. So if you're new to this channel, consider to subscribe. I just came back from New Zealand. Beautiful nature, really nice people, fantastic coffee. I strongly recommend a visit. And I'm working on a couple of videos that hopefully will inspire you to go as well. Stay tuned. I will post them in the next weeks. And in New Zealand, I also used my Mavic to take some panoramic photos. Now, I am sure that you remember the best settings to use to take photos with the Mavic. But if not, you should have a look at this video first. First of all, why do you want to take panoramic photos in the first place? Well, let's have a look at some images. So, here we go. This is a single shot taken from the Mavic. This is a panoramic taken from the Mavic from the exact same point. Another one, again, single shot, panoramic. So you get it, right? There are some scenery, in my opinion, where a single shot just doesn't do it. And also sometimes, actually a lot of times, at our eye level, there is a lot going on. Trees, people, cars, electricity poles, houses, all these things will clearly interfere with the serene panoramic landscape image that we wanted to create. So the unique point of view of the Mavic, and its gimbal of course, come really handy. Basically it's like having a tripod and be able to place it wherever I want in the sky. So how I created the images that you just saw? I will tell you, it is really easy. And I know that you could use the Pano mode built into the app and let the Mavic do it all by itself, but I don't like that. I feel I don't have enough control, and so I prefer to use the same method that I use when I take my panorama photos with my DSLR and my tripod, where I take a bunch of vertical images and then I will stitch them together in Lightroom. It is super easy. Let me show you how. So now you're looking at the DJI Go 4 app, and this image is coming straight from the Mavic. Basically, of course, the first thing you want to do is to be in the photo mode. So just above the record button, you will have the options to choose camera, video camera or photo camera. Go in the photo. Once you're in the photo, right below the record button, select the settings. And you want to go in the last of the three, where you can actually decide, you can actually pick the portrait capture mode. And as you can see, the Mavic camera switched from landscape to portrait. You want to use the portrait mode, as with multiple vertical images, you'll be able to get more content from the top and the bottom of your scene, while the landscape or regular mode will give you a very shallow and, in my opinion, almost unusable photograph. So now that you are in portrait mode, make sure that there is not a lot of wind. Look at your scene and decide where do you want to start and finish your panorama, maybe using some visual reference point. And then, left to right, it doesn't really matter, but I always start from the left. Start taking your vertical images, trying to overlap image to image by at least 1/3. So that in Lightroom, the software will easily recognize that it's the same scene and will do a better job in stitching. Let's go back to Lightroom and see how to merge those images together and create a panorama photo. So these are my 10 images that I used to create one of those panoramic photographs. And as a first thing, what I will do is that I will click Command A to select them all. At this point, I will go into the menu, I will choose the menu Photo and select Photo Merge and select Panorama. I prefer to use the spherical option, and I will just wait for Lightroom to stitch the images together. And as you can see, this is the final result. Let me put the auto crop, so you can edit the single vertical photos before merging, or you can decide to edit the panorama altogether. And this is what I'm going to do right now. This is not a Lightroom tutorial, but I will do a very quick edit just to complete this workflow. As you can see from my histogram, I don't have any clipping, but I like to do a few adjustments. So I will bring down my highlights, and I will bring up just a tiny bit the shadows. I will adjust the whites and the blacks, and this is already a little better. Bringing up my clarity, a little bit of vibrance, and a tiny bit of saturation. Maybe I went too far. In the tone curve, I will give a medium contrast to the image, and this will make the image already a little more vivid. As a very last thing, I will add a little bit of vignetting, and I will adjust my midpoint, the roundness, and the feather. And I can maybe go a little further to drag the attention of the viewer in the center of the scene. On my laptop, I didn't update Lightroom yet, so the dehaze is right here in the effects, while in the newer version is included in the basic panel. Anyways, I will add just a tiny bit of dehaze, and this is it. We can see the before and after, and of course with very few adjustments we can see how different the new image look. And this is it. Hope you like it. And this is all for today. If you have any questions, just write a comment below. I do respond to everyone. Next week, some more photography content, as I will talk about how I took and edit this photo. So if you like this quick and free tutorial and you feel to give back, now is the time. Consider to like this video, and please sub to my channel, it helps a lot. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.